Hello everyone, my name's Robert Hugh Morgan. I'm the University Organist at Stanford University and I'm delighted to welcome you to this week's recital. Over these coming weeks, I'm going to perform for you the 6 sonatas of Johann Sebastian Bach. These sonatas, sometimes referred to as trio sonatas, are some of his trickiest organ works, in spite of their only being written for 3 voices, one in the right hand, one in the left, one in the pedals. We know that these were designed as teaching works for his eldest son, Wilhelm Friedemann Bach. Here's a quotation from Bach's first biographer, Johann Nicholas Vogel. Quote, Bach composed them for his eldest son, Wilhelm Friedemann, who, by practicing them, prepared himself to be the great organist he later became. It is impossible to say enough about their beauty. They were written when the composer was in his full maturity and can be considered his principal work of this kind, unquote. These sonatas were completed by Bach in the late 1720s. By this time, he was now working in Leipzig as the Kapellmeister, or the organist and director of music, of the Thomaskirche. Luckily enough, these sources of these sonatas are all autographed sources, all written in Bach's hand. The interesting thing is that many of the movements were recycled from other works. Only the 6th sonata was written specifically for this set as an organ work. Some evidence points to this 2nd sonata that I'm playing for you today as having been a rewriting of an instrumental work. Unfortunately, if this is the case, the earlier source is no longer in existence. However, it is very much the model for the 5th and 6th sonatas that you'll hear in a few weeks. It falls into 3 movements. To begin, a lively Allegro, which is almost a concerto movement, the orchestra versus soloists. The opening figure, characterized by descending and ascending figures, then gives way to a scurrying 16th note figure, which to me almost seems like a violin line. It's a very dramatic movement. The central Largo features a gorgeous melody in very long notes over an undulating accompaniment. I just love how, with the long notes, you think, how long can he keep this note going? But then just at the right moment, the long note lets go into a string of quicker note values. The final movement is one of great vigor. Imitations in the manuals and the pedals set up an almost contrapuntal feel from the outset. But then an incredibly startling figure begins in the hands, rapid descending figures, followed by darting 8th and 16th note figures. This helps to usher in a conclusion that is both bold and really quite invigorating. One early written reference to these sonatas says the following, and I quote, "There still exist 6 of these trio sonatas by him for the organ, for 2 manuals and pedal, that are so beautiful, so new and rich in invention that they will never age, but will outlive all changes of fashion in music," unquote. All of what you'll be hearing in these recitals are performances that were recorded in Memorial Church over the years, some of them at Sunday services, some of them at concerts. So if you hear background noise, that's why. I do hope that you will enjoy this great music. Thanks so much for listening. Be well, take care, and stay healthy.